Apple thinning is almost always necessary when the desired outcome is good-sized, high-quality fruit. I want to show you some of the best methods to know how much fruit to take off and key things to look out for. So let's get started. Let's now talk about some of the methods to actually remove the fruit. Now, of course, you'll be removing the fruit with your hands, but let's get specific about this. Did you notice I said hands with an S? I've watched people thin apple trees using only one hand at a time. But if you're actually serious about being a good, efficient worker, you will need to use two hands, as they are twice as fast as one. Now, you may be asking, what's the best way to remove the unwanted fruit? You may have two options. Often, the preferred method is to actually pull the fruit off the stem while leaving the stem connected to the branch. The advantage of this method is that there is less of a chance that you will disturb the stem of the apple you want to keep. The disadvantage to this method is that it can be a little harder to actually pull the apple apart from the stem. Now, option 2 is to remove the apple with the stem attached. In some cases, depending on the variety of apples you're dealing with, the apple you want to keep may fall off because you have disturbed the stem, but not always. It often depends on how the stem is taken off. Don't pull the stem straight out. Instead, flip the stem back. Now, the advantage of this method is that it can sometimes be a little bit quicker and easier on the hands, but watch out. You don't want to accidentally remove the fruit that needs to stay on the tree. Now, be sure to talk to your orchard manager to see which of these options they prefer. Follow the main structure and branches of the trees and be systematic. Go up and down on a spindle tree or along main branches on bigger trees. It is very difficult to keep track of where you have thinned when you have no rules to follow. Of course, it helps to use your eyes when looking for the fruit to be thinned off, but don't be fooled. Much of the fruit will be hiding under or behind leaves and branches. If you just use your eyes, you will miss many pieces of fruit on the tree that need to be taken off. It certainly doesn't help that most of the apples at thinning time are also green, just like the leaves. So the proper way to find all the apples that need to be thinned off is to run your hands underneath every branch. This may sound like a lot of work, but you will soon realize that it is almost always faster than trying to use your eyes. Also, make sure that you drop any fruit away from the tree. If you let the fruit fall straight down, the piece of fruit you drop will very likely bruise or damage other fruit on the way down. And of course, you should come prepared for the weather. Now, often during thinning time, you may experience the hot sun and a cool rain on the same day. So don't forget to wear good sturdy shoes and bring plenty of water to stay hydrated. Now, you may very likely have to use a ladder to reach the high parts of the trees. Ladder placement is key in the orchard when you want to maximize your efficiency and reduce the amount of workload that you have to do. One of the best methods is to actually place the pole right through the wires so that the ladder is facing perpendicular to the row. Once you've done that, you can actually thin off 3 apple trees at a time, 1, 2, and 3. The other method is to keep the ladder beside the wire, facing the same way as the row. If you choose this method, just make sure that the side of the ladder is as close to the trees as possible. Now, be safe, make sure the ladder is set properly with the pole always uphill, and if you can't reach the top branches, get a taller ladder. All of the things we just talked about are very important to produce a quality crop, but there's one thing we missed, and that's speed. If you're the most detailed apple thinner, but can't do it quickly, your employer probably won't want to keep you around for long. Along with picking and pruning, thinning is the most expensive and labor-intensive task to be carried out. Now, it's great to be diligent with what you're thinning off, but it can't take too much time. Decide, move on, and be quick. For the first number of hours, you may find that it's slow going, but practice is the key. It's amazing with a little determination how fast your mind and body can pick up the skills they need to do the task well. You will get quicker, and it does get easier. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And check out our other YouTube videos to do with apple picking under the name Apple Picking Like a Pro. Now, special thanks goes out to the Ambrosia Council, whose funding made this video possible. Thanks for watching.